Are you sure, Trinity? Are you absolutely certain that she's 18 in the movies? Because I was positive she was like 15. Okay, then maybe I've been very justifiedly creeped out by that. Still, I think like 1824 is probably, and certainly like, you know, young girl on a holiday with dance instructor is problematic at the very least. But maybe I was misinformed and very willing to accept that it was awful. So that's my fault there. I think we're going to start trying to pull this in a bit, if we can. Either that or we just start doing this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to undo that. Let's cancel the deconstruction here and here. Oh, wow, really? Have they got to be rebuilt again? Why? That seems odd. But I think we'll just keep that and then we'll do a better system from here down. Eventually, I'm going to have to expand this mine out massively in order to grab everything. That's as right. I mean, that's a very common, commonly held opinion, and it isn't necessarily wrong. But I do think that there's more to it than consenting, because there's consent and consent. There's informed consent. Yeah, as Aavak says there, you have to start to account for power dichotomy. Something I have to be very aware of in... Well, I guess not bad aware of it. Generally speaking, it's... You see it a lot in this industry with creators and their fans. Now, they might be of consenting age, but there is a lot of difference in power there. There are reasons why in most countries there are laws against teachers and their students, even if their students are of legal age, even if the teachers aren't that much older. Like, you know, they went straight out of like university and after studying pedagogy and then went into teaching. They might only be like 3 or 4 years older, but there are still laws against it. It's not because they might have favoritism or anything like that. Well, I guess that is part of it, I guess, but there's a massive power dynamic disparity there. Yeah, Aavak. It was one of the big reasons why with my ex-girlfriend it was a huge issue. That was many weeks of talking and I guess feeling out the situation before we decided to explore the possibility of a relationship. There had to be so many assurances before I felt comfortable even entertaining that. Which was frustrating because, you know, outside of that, we had an awful lot in common on so many different levels, but it was just a scary place to be. It's like, how can you tell? You know, sometimes you can walk blindly into a mistake with all the best of intentions and everything seems fine until it's not. And the potential damage to them, it was significantly higher than the potential damage to me. I adored 18-year-old boys when I was 22. Quite an intimidating experience, I'm not going to lie. And you have to be so careful with how friendly you are with the munch. Yeah, no, exactly. One of my friends actually had a similar experience. He went and taught at the same school that we'd gone to, more or less straight out of school. He taught in art class. He actually left in the end because he kept, like, he couldn't deal with the stress of. He would leave his satchel at the desk. And like sometimes he'd be in the staff room and he'd open up a satchel and he'd find love letters from some of the girls, and it was like he couldn't deal with the stress of that. It was scary to be in that situation. So he just left work. He just went on to a different job. I met him again in a call center. He went from being a teacher to a call center employee because it was like, yeah, being in school, that was just too risky. It was just terrifying. It's like, yep. And I remembered back to the times when I considered some of my teachers my friends, and I often wondered, thought back, like, was that like dangerous for them? Was it awkward to be friends with their students? Yeah, being a call center is probably less stressful, yes. For a lot of reasons. Being a teacher is a stressful job anyway, but, you know, we're talking about, like, actual, like, risk levels of stress. Yeah, I don't know if he made more money. He certainly was a lot less stressed, though. Right, ship is on its way. Let us donate. Oh, actually, no, I didn't want to do that. I lied. I didn't need to donate anymore. Well, we're just never going to do that one. Can I tell them not to? Yes, I can. Whew. Abandon this project now. Can be restarted. Yeah, let's do it. Ah! Button does not work. Much sad. Alright, go home. But yeah, it's one of these things, and even talking about it sometimes is rough. Like, as someone who has the job I do, you know, kind of you're putting your opinions out there for everyone to critique and tear apart. And it's scary sometimes. Oh, they went straight in. Oh, they didn't get transferred. They just straight in. Okay. Very well. Right, needs 9 per 60 seconds. We are easily outproducing that. So we definitely want to increase this. Is this piddly bar meant to hold 500? Apparently yes, which is why, like I said, I'm like, I dislike. Dan says, what I have learned in my life, in my various job positions, you always have to be very careful. More careful than you think is necessary in most positions. I think, I mean, you should always be careful. You should always be mindful. Let's say it like that. You should always be mindful of your situation. It's just generally good advice for life. But yeah, in a lot of jobs, it's very easy to forget you're not just a person. That sounds sad to say, and it is sad to think of. I'm not just a guy. I'm not just... When I meet someone, I'm not just meeting them as a guy. If they are fans of my content, then there is a different relationship there. And that affects a lot of stuff. And it's sometimes hard to remember. Or rather, it's hard to remember to think about it, because in my own mind, I'm still just the guy who decided to do YouTube in uni to make friends. That's all I am. It hasn't changed. So, but you've got to be mindful of stuff, and it's almost like you have to practice being mindful of it. That's probably true enough. Practicing mindfulness is never a bad thing, honestly. I don't really think we need to give them anything. They're working fine enough as it is. They're keeping this topped up pretty much all the time. We're barely using the concrete. We've run out of logs already. How many workers have we got? We've got 153 workers. What the dickens? I need this sawmill upgraded rather urgently. Please upgrade the sawmill. Don't load that. Start loading the sawmill. Please take that away. So, Aavak, how does it feel to have created a cult? It isn't a cult. My lord. I'm nowhere near popular enough to claim that I am the prestigious leader of a cult of personality. The fabled prophet who wanders the lands, teaching his wisdom to the righteous and the deserving. Also, by the way, give me your money. Actually, holy shit! I just realized the comparisons with the streamer and that. Let's walk that back a little bit. That comparison feels a little bit too uncomfortable. Can we do a do-over, please? Let's do a do-over. Yeah. No robes in chat. No, hide the robes. Put the robes in the cupboard. Dear God. No. What have I done? Why? That's right, too late. See what I was saying about, like, in my head, I'm just a guy who can just talk and make funny jokes. And it's all fine. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait. Oh, no. Damn it. Everyone take off your robes. Naked chat. Well, it just gets worse. Why? Aavak, am I the bad? Yes, pretty much. That's where I'm at right now. Am I the bad guy? Hopefully not, but... You can buy branded robes in your merch store, right? You see, I was idly playing with that idea as a joke, but now I'm a little bit worried. It's like, Next thing you know, I'm getting invites from strange compounds in the arse end of nowhere, Alaska. It's like, oh yes, please come and have a talk at our wellness retreat. And get there, it's just dragon statues, my face on it. I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? Why can we not just have simple, honest jokes? Why must it always end like this? Aavak forgot that every cult is only ever one poorly considered comment away from being a sex cult. Let's not go there. No. We do not need this. It's fine. Let us forget about the cult stuff. But I just like robes, okay? And for the sake of this conversation, I like the robes being on you. Being worn. Oh my God. Just no. Why? It's getting worse. I'm just going to stop talking. This is now a silent stream. This is just pure gameplay. Did I miss? Cult talk. Sadly, that isn't actually that inaccurate. What have we done, chat? Where are we going? You know how I was saying I missed you? I'm starting to remember the parts I didn't miss. Namely, me being put in very awkward situations. I didn't miss that part at all. Oh, that was blessed relief. I need to have my friends over more often. God damn. Alright. Well, what? Oh. Well, we've got loads of wood over there. Why? Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to need to bump up the priority here. In fact, I'm going to pop this up to a priority 4 on all of these. Let's make sure that this is loaded, because once this is loaded, the rest of it can be done by automatically. As I said, trusting the dapplings, this is mad. You know what, Duffelfish? I actually now see the wisdom in your words. Too trusting am I. My Welsh desire to believe everyone is wholesome and good deep down has led me astray yet again. Am I going to learn from this experience? No. But I will remember it for like at least 4 days. At least. Maybe even more. Maybe more than 4 days. I'm going to remember it. Hey, oh, Mini Murgle. How you doing, buddy? Thank you very much for the 19 months, by the way. Yeah, avocado witcher. See, this is the thing, is we laugh and joke about it, but it's everywhere. Okay, so hashtag real talk. It honestly is a problem. It sounds like this just funny thing, but it really isn't. And it isn't for a lot of reasons, not least of which the obvious damage that power dynamics can cause when there's a massive disparity in any relationship. But there's a genuine point where you as a person, are there like, does this person like me because they like me and I'm a likable person, or does this person like me because there's a wild power dynamic and they're just kind of focused on me? There's a point where you're like, does anyone actually love me? Or am I just a fad? Oh dear, we're into the dirt. Well, I guess that isn't so bad. We've actually got stupid amounts of coal, so it's not actually an issue right now, but we need a lot more going on. How many of my trucks are actually coming over here to grab stuff? I don't actually think they even know. What? There are times when I do wonder if it might not just be simpler if I just lobotomized myself. It's not that I don't think there would be a difference. I think there might be an improvement. Maybe I should try trepanning. Certainly couldn't be any worse than this, at the very least. Why did that happen? Problem is I probably looked at this like 3 or 4 times. You know what, though? On the talk about power dynamics, it's these moments of derpitude that I feel are a saving grace. Because it's hard to argue that people are just, they're just going to follow the glorious leader around when the glorious leader is this much of an idiot. I feel that diminishes any kind of power disparity, at least somewhat. It softens it, at the very least. No more hard edges, smooth, routed edges. Gone over with a fine grit sandpaper. Very nice. Maybe a layer or 2 of varnish as well. Why? Alright. Well, we're still sending down materials here, but not enough, not nearly enough. This will improve over time. Oh, copper. How's our maintenance going? Maintenance is doing okay-ish. But now we're actually starting to see materials come down again. Thank goodness. Right, let's speed things up. We've been sat here for over long. I apologize to anyone who's watching this in the archives like, what the hell is going on? It's like it's been like an hour and barely anything has happened. Just been talking about old movies, the problematic situations, power dynamics, and everything else but the game. First and foremost, I deeply sympathize. You are right. Secondly, you knew exactly what you were getting when you started watching me, so this is kind of a self-inflicted injury. I still sympathize, but I feel that you're not entirely without responsibility for this situation. Avocado Richard. And nudity. Don't forget that. Why? You're right. Dufffish, you're right. Never trust the dapplings. Even the really nice ones. Never trust them. They cannot be trusted. My lord. Wow, talk about powder now. Now he's victim blaming us. God damn it, chat. I'm just gonna sit over here and I'm gonna just play with trucks. It's safer. Don't worry, YouTube. Our glorious leader knows what he's doing. It's all part of his grand plan. You keep this up. I'm going to self-execute. Only I would. Oh my lord! You can say okay. So hashtag real talk. That will never happen. Double hashtag real talk. That was very much a quote from a film because it was funny that he didn't know the word for suicide and could only frame it in self-execution. And thirdly, you should never make jokes about that. I apologize. That was a stupidly funny line, though, in the film. In the context of the film, it had me rolling on the floor laughing. Where are we on the road to large trucks? Waiting on getting sand up and running. Sorry, glass. Now producing 9 per 60 seconds. Hooray for us. We are starting to load the eggs. Are we pulling the eggs over? I think we might be. Yes. Have we been feeding people eggs yet? I don't think we have. No. Aavak, on a serious note, is it better for you to watch back on Twitch or YouTube? Just so you get something from my viewing. Okay, so I'm going to preface this with the same thing I always preface it. I want you to enjoy. What's better for me is for you to have a nice experience. But as you've asked a question for which there is a solid answer, I will also give that answer. But please don't forget that first bit. I will get more out of it if you're talking about money if you watch it on YouTube. Aavak, dark humor is like food. Not everyone gets it. Oh, God. I actually read that before it sunk in. Why? I thought you were making a real point. Why? You made me say that out loud. You jerk. Seriously. That was a jerk move. I thought you were making... God damn it. Chat, stop. Naughty. You're better than this, chat. Some of you, anyway. Scallywags, that's what you are. Yes, technically they're correct, and that's why it's even worse. Right. Seriously, stop. Be the dapplings that we all know you can be. Be the best version of the dapplings that you are inside. The dapplings that I can boast about to my streamer friends who are like, oh my god, my chat is so weird and horrible and hates me and bullies me all the time. I love them, but I hate them too. I'm like, well, sucks to be you. I love my chat. My chat are amazing. They're never problematic. Looking at some in particular. Not even once. I don't even know if they know what the word means. It's not even in their vocabulary. They have no words for sadness or toxicity. No, the dapplings are the prettiest unicorns. Starting to reconsider my previously firmly held beliefs, I am. You sweet summer child, Aavak. God damn it. Hey, now, no. I'm allowed to use that on other people. You're not allowed to use that on me. Oh, Arik, thank you very much for the gift sub there. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Anaktuki, thank you very much for the 21 months. Once again, I've said your name wrong. Last Angel GP for the 9 months. And Finlandis as well for 29. Whoop whoop. Just here to say hi and have fun. To a rare Aavak during the day. Occasionally, a little bit more, I think. We will see day Aavak a little bit more. It was nice being out with my friends in the day. Though, they were kind of weirded out. Because they would go to sleep at like, I don't know, 2 a.m. I'd stay up watching, I don't know, Peaky Blinders until like 4. Go to bed. And I'd get up again at about 7. I'd do a little bit of work. Clean up around the house, that sort of stuff. They'd get up at 12. And be like, so when do you get up? And I'd tell them. They were like, right, okay, that's weird. We'd go out for a bit. Go do some stuff in the day. We'd come back and I'd go to sleep again at about 4 p.m. Get up again at about 6, 7. We'd go out for a meal or evening entertainment, bars, stuff like that. And then the whole process would repeat again. And then towards the end of the week, Matilda was like, yeah, we're just... They're never going to be compatible sleep schedules. I'm like, no. No. It's never going to happen. Be thankful for this. It isn't by choice that my body adapted to this little sleep. It's because dreams haunt me. Sleep is dangerous. It's nasty and full of nightmares. I have learned to not need sleep because I can't risk having it. Enjoy the fact that you can. Embrace the sleep privilege that you enjoy. Aavak, thanks for the Tier 2 addiction. I've thoroughly been arse-whooped for about 40 hours now. Yeah, it do be like that, Paul. I'm glad you're enjoying it, though. Surf teacher chat to bring them back towards the dapper. Thank you, Avocado Witchnits. There we are. Very much appreciated. You know what? Let's pop some other colour teapots in chat as well. I'll distract the dapplings. Let's stick a couple of these in there. Red ones, the blue ones, and the green ones. There you go. You can drink from your choice of teapot. Well, sleep is better. The nightmares and such. A nice escape from the hellscape of the world. Oh, you really, really underestimate how bad my dreams are. When returning to the 2020s is a relief, yes, that probably says all you need to know. Oh, I hammer up a bit. I just have pretty chronic sleep paralysis, which is not nice. My dreams are quite often just more weird than they are bad. It's just, sleep paralysis kind of enforces a general constant level of utter terror. The actual content of the dreams is just kind of silly when I think about it in the waking day, but, in that moment, yeah, my brain doesn't know the difference. It's just flooding me with terror chemicals. It's kind of like when you put a contact lens in your eye and it goes wrong, and then all of a sudden it's somewhere else, and it's like rubbing against the sensitive muscle in the corner of your eye. You know there's no problem. It's a soft lens. Worst is going to happen is you're going to blink a couple of times, it's going to fall out. But for a moment, your brain is like, oh my God! And you can't really tell it not to. And it's like, all of the terror, all of the time, right now, yes. At least it was like that with hard lenses. It's not so much with the soft lenses, to be fair. When they go awry, I just get, oh, that's kind of weird, and my head is now moving in a direction that I'm not controlling. But the hard lenses were a little bit more like, there is literal glass rolling around inside my eyeball. I am with the fear at the moment. Much with the fear. Please make stop. Deliver cargo. There we go. Yes, panic! Indeed. Very much so. That's basically what sleep paralysis is. It's not even necessary that the sleep paralysis is the thing that's causing the panic. It's just that your sudden fact that your brain is like, yeah, I can't feel anything. I'm awake, but I'm not awake at the same time. Very, very Schrodinger's dream. But my equilibrioception is turned off. My thermoception is turned off. I don't know if I'm breathing anymore, so I'm going to assume I'm not. I'm drowning, and I don't know which way is up, and everything is bad in the world. That's basically what sleep paralysis is. Your brain suddenly isolated from all of the, countless myriad of data points that it's getting from your body normally, and it just isn't anymore, and it doesn't know how to process that. I mean, everything is a bit bad in the world. Not everything, Demi. There's some good things. My ferrets are good things. They're not bad. Yeah, well, Rod of Dog, that's what I mean. The dreams are weird. Like, the first instance of sleep paralysis that I remember, I dreamt the witch was coming up the stairs to smother me with a pillow while I was laying next to my parents. Because I had sleep paralysis like when I was, I don't know, 4 or 5. That was the first time that I can remember having it. I was laying next to my parents and I was trying to scream for their help, but I couldn't. I couldn't make any sound. That was the most terrifying thing. I couldn't call for help. They were right there. And in my mind, a witch had come up the stairs and was smothering me with a pillow, and I couldn't call for help. And my parents weren't waking up. They didn't know anything was wrong. That was absolute terror. And that is a trauma that does not leave for a while. The problem was it would just kick in. The more it happened, the less I wanted to sleep. I didn't sleep much anyway. I was just one of those kids that would have 5 minutes and then my body would think I'd had 5 hours. My parents would run ragged all the time. But then you add in sleep paralysis, and then I was just absolutely terrified of sleeping. So I wouldn't sleep for as long as I could. But the problem with sleep paralysis is it gets worse the more tired you are. The more tired you are, the greater the incidence rate of... Because basically sleep paralysis is your brain doesn't enter sleep mode the right way. It kind of half falls into it. You're half asleep and you're half not. And the odds of that error in the normal sleep transition happening go up really fast the more exhausted you are. And I was just making myself more exhausted. And so it was happening all the time, which just encouraged me to not sleep even more. Eventually, my body got used to just not getting much sleep, and I adapted, but it took a while. Those were not good years. Aavak had to just make peace with being mortally afraid of sleep for a very, very long time. On the plus side, it does now mean that I can do more with my day than most people can because my body is adapted to just not getting much sleep. So it's like, yeah, no, this is fine. This is normal operating. I've rerouted power from elsewhere. This is basically like Terminator in T2. I was stabbed through my normal power circuits, but I found a new way. I'm rerouting it. It's fine. And some things might be a little bit more off than others, but it's okay. I can still grenade the bad guy at the end of the movie. But yeah, it was a rough time. It took me a while to get to that point where my body's like, you know what, we're just gonna do our best with this. We've got a weird hand dealt, but we can make this work. But now it's like I've got an extra 4 hours to 8 hours, depending on the situation, in my day to do extra stuff. So it all worked out well in the end. It just took a while to get there. The trick is managing to tread water until you learn not to drown. Right. We should have now got this upgraded, which means we should be able to now massively bump up the amount of people working there. And that is good. That is going to start sending in a lot more materials for us. The other thing I could do, though, and I am kind of tempted, is this. I could build these. Massive storage spaces. Do I want to, though? Is there any inherent bonus to that? I mean, it would empty these out so Yeah, you know what? We are going to do it because it's going to empty these out earlier, so my ship will go back faster. I mean, we're only just going to be overproducing the amount of lumber we need. Also, let this be a lesson to you, chat. Well, next time I'm thinking, yeah, you know, I'm gonna take a week off. Warn me. Warn me that if I do, it's not just going to be a case of work like 4 times as hard for a week before I take the week off to make sure I've got backlog for YouTube. But then when I come back and think, yeah, but once I'm done with my week off, I can just go back to normal stuff. No, I get very rambly after a while. I've been cooped up and away from my friends for too long. Hi, Aavak and chat. How are you guys doing? It's a very weird day, Sparx, but it's better for having you in chat. Hello, buddy. I bit of guilt about the whole cult thing after hearing. Oh, don't be silly. It honestly was a joke, and you know my reaction to it was very much ham-fisted. As much as there was a little bit of like, hey, you know, words, words have power that sometimes we don't appreciate. So let's not go too far down that road. But as far as a joke, it was very much a joke, and I was very much leaning into it. Don't you feel guilty about it at all? Please don't. I found it funny. We've currently got 184 clucks in there. They're producing 7.4 new clucks every 60 seconds. That is marvelous. That's more than one every 10 seconds. Happy days. We are producing 2.7 larval clucks every 60 seconds. 2.8 now. Should I trade for more? I think we should. I'm trying to decide whether I'm okay with calling them clucks, because I have a funny feeling that's just asking for trouble eventually when I'm sleepy and I mispronounce my words a bit. Right, you need to go over here, please. Oh, that's so good. Yes, done. Done and dusted. Don't go. No longer want you going over here. No. We're good. Right, so at this point, we are not going to require any further deliveries, I don't think. Sorry, excavating, I don't think. I'm going to cut this back. I only want them to do that much. Research the... Oh. Ah, crap! How did that happen, Chad? Oh. Maybe I shouldn't have been telling them, hey, sexy times. There's no room, though, but sexy times, though. There's no room. But you know what if sexy times? Look, there's less room for childers right now. The mini use. So how about you just restrict the amount of room you have for sexy times, or become more efficient at using it? Maybe more couples in the same space during sexy times. That could lead to new kinds of sexy times. Truly, I am a visionary. Still a little bit low, though. Is there a way of pumping that up a bit? Let's see. What is my Unity movement like right now? There is an issue. Why? Really? Why is water such an issue? This is the issue. This is the problem I'm having, is I don't understand. Feels like these should be able to produce enormous amounts of water. That's full, so it isn't requiring any. Total settlement need is 65.1. This is producing much more than that. Oh. Right. That is... Okay, right, okay. I see. This requires basically an entire output of one of these to run full out. And the issue here is I am having it run full out. I'm basically using all the steam up as fast as I can. Okay. Big problems there. If I turn on auto balance, and this will spool up and spool down, which will give us moments where this will back up a little bit. We'll see what auto balance will do over here. Might help, it might not. We'll see. What level are these? These are priority 3s. Let me check out what the priorities are over here. Priority 1s, priority 2s. So yeah, we are actually needing to use them. It's a bit of a problem. More than a little bit of a problem, actually. Cycling increase, nice. Moving on to electrolysis now, which is good. But yeah, we're going to need to try and work on that. Hopefully... Oh, this one's spooling up now, not spooling down. Yeah, I think maybe removing this and just having this pull off some of this now and then would be a better option. Either that or sadly add another one in. It didn't occur to me that we would be not providing enough water to the settlement. Yeah, it's a lot of notifications. Some of them I don't care about. So, for example, that one isn't going to be resolved until this is done. I could just take it away for now, I guess. Mind control tower, no available place to dump products. That one I should have been paying attention to. What do you mean you can't dump? Oh, these aren't being emptied. My bad, of course. I needed those to be... when I set those to be deleted, I didn't reset their priority dumps. Pickup can't reach destination. Where are you trying to go to? Oh, right, okay. Okay, let's turn that off for all of these. And Yuri has no mining designation in its area. That is true. So let's remove everyone from there and put those over here instead. Yeah. Sawmill has not enough unity times 2. That will get better. Small excavator has no terrain designation. We need to do a little bit more mining over on this side. There we go. And we do not need all of this. That should have removed all of them. I don't know if the water tank for export is... well, I mean, it's got an equal priority. But there's nothing... well, there's a little bit going down there. Yeah, it was something we talked about right at the end of the last stream. When I kept on thinking, oh, there's one more thing I want to do. There's one more thing I want to do. So I didn't want to add more to it. But you're quite right. Also, that should eventually get sorted out. I guess I could have an export tank about here, maybe. You, and we're going to move over a splitter right there. Build it if we can. No, we can't, so it's now got to be a priority. This will be priority out. Of course, we can't quick build it. I haven't got the unity to. Alright, for now then I'm going to just delete this pipe. This can be emptied as time goes on. The main thing is to get these all built up. There we go. I could quick build that, but I'm not going to bother right now. I want to allow the unity to be used up. We'll see how this goes, and if that makes much of a difference. It is immediately making a difference. Okay. Yeah, duly noted. That was a good point there. I should have dealt with that before. Research labs don't have enough Unity. Well, we're going to turn off 2 of them then, in that case. That'll help a little bit. But yeah, we've got a lot of things pulling Unity right now. Awful lot of things pulling Unity. That is slowing way down. In fact, I believe, yeah, it's turned off. So now all of the steam is being reinvested back in here. This one to take water. I want this deleted. That should allow this one to fill up. But there we are. We now have Unity starting to accrue a little bit more consistently. But yeah. 3 edicts are up and running. What could I cut back on? Let's turn down the recycling increase. Or turn off the recycling increase. I think that probably is wise. What is the only answer? Well, I mean,